Scorpio, this is your May 2016 love and partnership as well as general forecast. We're starting with love and partnerships. The first card that comes up is the card of deception. Now, before you all run screaming out of the room, the deception is coming from you, and it's not that kind of deception. The deception we're speaking about here is the fact that you are pretending by keeping quiet because you are not wanting to address something. This card says to keep the peace. I think it's more along the lines of, if you say something that you're going to be dealing with a lot of fallout. So it's not so much about keeping the peace as not wanting to deal with the fallout that comes after that. There's something that you really want to do or need to do or feel needs to be done, and you're keeping quiet because you know how much involved with doing this or upholding it. You're upholding something that no longer serves you, even though you're well aware of the fact that it no longer serves you. So this alters relationships completely when one does this. It's not honest on a certain level. It alters your energy, which obviously has repercussions of its own. So have a look at dealing with whatever that is in whatever way you think is possible. Sometimes when we really, really put off something as well, for a long time, we build it up into something far bigger than what it actually is. So maybe it is finally time to do something about it. Because the next card that comes up says, love is unexpected. You don't know when it will come. This kind of leads me to think that you might be surprised by how your partner responds to what it is that you want to do. You possibly expecting fallout when in the meantime they could actually be understanding about it. They could actually love you enough to understand this is what you want to do. So think about that, feel it out, see how it works. For those of you looking for partners in relationships, it's a little bit more tricky. My first inclination is to say that the person who approaches you is possibly hiding something. And you could possibly find out they're hiding something and be enormously upset about it, but wait a while. Just stand back a bit before you overreact. I didn't mean to say overreact. That kind of just popped out, so maybe that is what will happen. But then to understand that there could be love here with this new person, and they could be in a tricky situation, and they're scared they're going to lose you should they tell you the full story. It's not a good way to approach a relationship. Definitely not. I mean, we're not going to condone that as such, but understand that that's where they're coming from. So backtrack a bit and see if you can sort it out from there. Because the final card that comes up is the one of long-term stability and security. It's what I always call the harbor or the anchor in the storm, in the stormy seas. So this relationship has that potential. It can be the anchor in the stormy seas. It can be the harbor, the safety, the security net. But you need to work through whatever that is. Because look, your guidance card says fog or veil. So something is not being brought to the surface, to the forefront. Something is in a veil of fog, is being disguised specifically. Whoever is doing it for a reason. And it does need to be opened up. It does need to be revealed. Now, your general forecast for this month, I did a really nice, interesting reading. And it's a what do you really desire reading. I always say, we're not always in tune with what it is that we really, really want. And the first card that came up for you guys, which is just as interesting as the rest of your reading, says not for you. So once again, you are doing something that isn't perfectly right for you. It's not what you really want to do. Your heart is not in it. And I think because of that, you're coming up against resistance, challenges, those things the universe normally dishes out when you're walking a path that you shouldn't be walking. I have to apologize for the sound of the planes in the background. There's a flying club busy doing who knows what in the air. It's lovely to watch, but it's very noisy on the video. So I'm hoping you guys are not hearing that. So this card is saying that you're scared to move on because of the repercussions, but life is dishing up challenges to tell you your heart is not in this and you're perhaps need to look at doing whatever it is that your heart wants to be in. Because the next card that comes up, which is how will it benefit you if you did do what you really wanted to do, if you changed tactic and path and did what you wanted to do. It will benefit you in that your relationships will develop to a new level. Now, this always happens. When what you do for a living, or when what you do generally in a day-to-day basis makes you happy, fulfills you on a heart and soul level, your relationships do get better. They do improve. It's obvious in a way. It says then you'll be able to take care of yourself and others. So in other words, this change of tactic or change of what you do will possibly bring in greater material benefits too for you and the people around you. And it says you'll be able to trust your intuition better. Obviously, at the moment, you're not going with your intuition because your intuition will be telling you you're on the wrong path, so you're not listening to it. But then, if you change tactic, you would be able to listen to your intuition. Then the next card that comes up says, right now, how will this hinder you? Now, this card is so interesting. This is the Pandora's box card. Right, so if you change tactic and you did what your heart really wanted to do, you are opening a Pandora's box. Now, what is that picture? The picture here is you're going to get very involved in whatever this is. It will probably consume you on many levels, and you're not going to let go of it. You're not going to be able to back off from it because it will consume you. Not in a bad way, in a good way. So the part you need to realize is if you give up the job you've got, let's use this as an example, and you take another job that's been offered to you that you really, really want to do, understand that this is going to become your heart's desire. You are going to put your all into it, and you're going to need to probably strike a balance after that, or your family, your partner, whoever's going to need to understand you are partially consumed by what you're doing. Now, the next card that comes up says, how do you get what you desire? What do you do to get what you desire? And this is the celebrate card. This card, this reading gets more interesting by the card. Right, I got that out in one sentence. This says that you need to look at what you do have and not what you don't have. You need to appreciate fully what you do have. It says that you must practice gratitude. This is the key words in here, is practice gratitude for what you have. Count your blessings and you'll be truly blessed. Gratefulness brings in abundance. So the launch point here is, the point of departure here is, even though you're not doing what you want to do, be very grateful for what you have. Your family, your friends, your home, your lifestyle other than perhaps it is that the work that you're doing. Be truly, truly grateful for what it is that you do have. And this will change your energy and your circumstances. Guaranteed. It does. The outcome then says you will strike X marks the spot on the treasure map. So abundance will come in. You will be on the right path. Things will start flowing. Challenges will move away and you will feel aligned with what you are doing. It will be the treasure pot on the island, basically. That will be your outcome. So that is an incredibly nice outcome to that reading. Now your soul path card that comes up is the Kingfisher. And once again we get to that something that's hidden, because this card says release something hidden below the surface. So whatever it is, it's probably growing in proportion because it's not being released and it needs to come to the surface. It needs to come to the surface. It says bring whatever it is to light and extract that which hinders movement. So it is stopping you from moving forward. Whatever it is, it'll stop forward movement. It will. When you're not on the right path, when the people around you are perhaps also involved in whatever this is, life will challenge you because it wants you to correct, it wants you to align whatever this is. But the final card that comes up once again speaks of happiness. It says happiness is an overall state of complete being. And this is the same as that card that says celebrate. Do celebrate the things that are good in your life. Be grateful for what is good in your life. See what is good in your life and appreciate it, because this will shift your energy and your attitude. And in doing so, you may be able to bring that to the surface, even if it is someone else who is hiding something from you. It will then surface, it will float to the surface, and you can deal with it. Right, Scorpio, that is your May 2016. Very interesting reading. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching.
My issues never healed the flame, and all my love is gone. All the pain is gone, but I remain the same. Taking out my issues never healed